What's happening, Cancer? How y'all doing? Time to bust out your February 2021 reading. We're already skating into 2021. Are you excited? You should be. Anyway, though, if you would like information on how to schedule a personal reading, please look in the description of the video, okay? I ain't going to waste no time with this. We're going to get right into this, man. So it's going to be the same layout that I've had for the past couple of months, okay? A reading for the past person, reading for the current person, reading for the new person, okay? So we are going to see which one wants to come out first, and then we'll take it from there, all right? Got a couple of you tuned in. How y'all doing? What's up? Make yourselves known. We got Michelle in the house so far. Anybody getting notified? Anybody notified? If not, oh well, I got no time for that. The playback will be up. Okay, so it's not like you're going to miss anything. Let's see here. What do we got? Past, current, or new universe? What do we got? Okay. Oh man, Ten of Swords. You know, honestly, this feels current. This feels current. Okay. Somebody here is just throwing in the white towel and done. Okay. Others of you feel extremely backstabbed and betrayed. But it doesn't look very pleasant. It doesn't look very pleasant, honestly. Okay. If you're not dealing with or interested in a current person, or if your love life is just fine, this is not your reading. Okay. Well, could be an air sign, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. Let's see here. 5 shuffles. 1, 2, 3 more. Okay, 3 of Wands reversed, Tower card. Okay, could be a Taurus that you're dealing with. But this either just recently or is very soon to come to a crashing halt. Okay, it's definitely something coming to an end right here with this current person. I feel like the person that you're dealing with here, I don't really feel like this was pre-planned. For those of you who, okay, now let's put it this way. Of course, it's going to split down the middle, okay? I'm doing the best that I can to cover all grounds. But for those of you who it was you that made the decision to end this or is making the decision to end this, because this feels current, honestly, I don't think the person that you're dealing with is oblivious to that. I think that they were very aware of that, and they kind of saw it and felt it coming. And it didn't really take them by surprise. Not really. I mean, even though, again, the Tower card typically refers to sudden, abrupt, and unexpected change, I really don't feel like this was all that sudden, abrupt, and unexpected. Not really. Now, for those of you who the person you're dealing with is the one who put this to an end, it wasn't random. It may have seemed random, but I don't really think it was. This feels very premeditated. There's some sort of energy within the person you're dealing with here, whether it was them that did it to you or you that did it to them, or they knew. They knew. This was no news to them, okay? Could be another Cancer that you're dealing with, but I really feel like here that I think your intuition has been screaming at you for a long time about this. You've known the truth. You've known that it was coming, and you knew it was coming, and you really feel like it was divine intervention here, but I think that a lot of you feel like you were done very wrong. Done very, very wrong, okay? Could be a Leo that you're dealing with. Let's see here. I have Cancer and Leo. Could be anybody, though. Oh, Taurus. Could be a Taurus. Not a whole lot more. I almost want to get a couple of clarifiers here because that's really all I'm getting with this first spread here. 6 of Cups reversed, the Ace of Wands, and the Page of Cups reversed. Okay, so communication, first of all, is horrible between the two of you. I don't really think the two of you speak the same emotional language, if that makes any sense. But did something happen in the past here? I definitely feel like there's things that happened in the past between the two of you, and this person hasn't quite let it go. Both of you could be still holding on to grudges, but there were issues that happened in the past, which is normal. There's nothing wrong with that. There's no such thing as a connection that doesn't face issues. However, they weren't properly worked through and processed through, if that makes sense. Okay. Let's see. I'm going to go ahead and look a little bit more at the person that you're dealing with here. Whoops. A little bit more at the person that you're dealing with. February 2021. I know I'm a little bit early. A little bit early. If none of this makes sense right now, just wait till February. I get messages like that all the time. They're like, man, your reading when I first heard it didn't resonate. And 3 weeks later, it was spot on. That happened. But let's see a little bit more of the person that Cancer is dealing with February 2021. And this is the current person. Current person. Man, we got a tiny group in here. Did anybody get notified? I think I already asked you that. Let's see. Three more shuffles, three more. The person Cancer's dealing with. Current person. 1, 2, and 3. Six of Swords. Yeah, see? This wasn't random. The Death card. Could be a Scorpio. Could be a Libra. Okay. I have Scorpio and Libra here, but it could be anybody. Take it however it resonates. And then there's that Tower card again. This was not random, y'all. Either, and I feel like for the majority of you, this person's the one that did it. Like they were the main catalyst. But this wasn't random. Even if it was you that made the decision, it wasn't unbeknownst to them. They either really, really strongly, intuitively knew this, or they, I don't know, they could have been for some of you. Now, this is going to be for a very small group of you. But for some of you, if this resonates, they could have wanted out and not been able to find a legitimate reason to get out without making themselves look bad. So they created a reason and they pushed you to the brink of you putting it to an end. Now, again, that's not going to be for everybody, but that energy is in there somewhere. I know there's at least one Cancerian that's going to watch this, and that's what happened. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm in this relationship that I'm really not interested in. I mean, it's actually honestly going really good. It's going perfect. But that's boring. That's boring. That's no fun. That's not a challenge. So how the hell do I get out of this? If I just leave, I look like this horrible person because I really don't have a legitimate reason to leave. Well, I'm going to invent a reason for them to leave. And I'm going to create one. Now, again, that's not for everybody. But I know at least one person needed to hear that. Either way, whatever it was, they knew. This wasn't random. Okay? They knew. They either planned on it, they manipulated you into putting it to an end, or they just really intuitively felt like it was coming to an end. For whatever reason, this person knew. Okay? So, what advice do we have? Advice. Advice for Cancer in this current person, February 2021. Okay, so maintain your stance. Okay? You need to maintain your stance. Don't go chasing after them. Don't go begging. Don't be going all pitiful and you know, pull, let's work this out, boo-hoo. No. Don't do that. See, here's the thing. If you can go inside yourself with a clear heart and a clear conscience and say, I bring nothing but the best of intentions and the willingness to work and put forth the effort, you know, for a stable relationship. I bring all that to the table. If you're too stupid to see that and appreciate it for what it is, I'm not the one missing out. You are. All I'm missing out on is a relationship with an idiot. See, that's where you need to flip your perspective around. As long as you are honest, loyal, faithful, you ain't playing no games, and you know this, you're not the one missing out. They are. They are. 3 shuffles. 1, 2, and 3. High Priestess in the reverse. Develop a successful relationship between your ego and your intuition. Okay. What that means is a lot of us tend to, because of the rhetoric that gets thrown around the spiritual community, it can be very easy to kind of inherently attach certain connotations to certain phrases, positive or negative, like ego is bad and intuition is good. Not necessarily. Not necessarily. Some of the most world-renowned serial killers were highly intuitive. Okay, so no, one's not better than the other. It's just important that we distinguish the difference between the two. Okay, because what we're here to do is not get rid of the ego. That is so stupid when people say that. What we're here to do is transcend the ego. In order to do that, we have to understand the difference between ego and intuition. Which one is which? Okay, which one is which? Understand the difference and formulate a relationship between the two, because the goal is to get the two working together on the same team. Okay. And yes, once you begin to do that, a lot of the ego-based mechanisms will begin to die off and fall away. But that doesn't mean you're getting rid of the ego. That means you're transcending the ego into something different, something that operates differently, something that functions differently, something that navigates this world differently. Okay. Also, too, it's very important to maintain a sense of emotional integrity and emotional independence. Okay. Most of us are afraid to do that because we're afraid that if we do, we're just going to go be alone for the rest of our lives. And I get how we would come up with that calculation, but that's not what happens at all. You need to have the ability to fulfill yourself when needed. Okay. We don't want to look to relationships, connections, or, anything outside of us as the only source for our fulfillment and our happiness. It can help you, but a connection, a relationship, or a person is never going to fill that void. And as long as we don't look to a person to do that, then things will be much more successful. It's not your job to make me feel better. Okay. Your responsibility is not how I feel. Okay. I appreciate your assistance. And oh man, it's a privilege to me that you would be willing to support me emotionally. But at the end of the day, when push comes to shove, it's not your responsibility. It's not your job. And even if it was, that's impossible. Okay? So let's take a look at the past person. Past person Cancer is dealing with. If you are not dealing with or interested in a past person, this is not for you. Past person Cancer's dealing with. Cancer's dealing with a past person, February 2021. Okay, the Six of Coins in the reverse. I don't want to speak on that just yet. Let's get 3 shuffles. 1. 2 more. 9 of Coins reversed. Ace of Cups upright. King of Coins reversed. Okay, so when it comes to the coins, I don't really think this person, some of you could have been dealing with somebody who was a financial bum for some of you. But either way, though, with the King of Coins reversed, Knight of Coins, 6 of Coins reversed, this person, I feel like, Ace of Coins reversed, while I do feel like this person did have emotions for you, I'm not saying that they didn't, and that some of you, they still do, but this person is much more driven by coins, okay? Superficial shit. Like, even if it's not money, the way we appear, okay? Even if I can't afford it, I'm going to go to the car lot and get the nicest looking car. I can barely afford it. I can't even afford to put gas in the damn thing because the payments are too high. That type of mentality where I want to look like, I care about how I look and I care about my appearance and how people perceive me and all that silly shit. That's more of this person's mentality than anything else. But I do feel like they do still have feelings for you. They do still miss you. But they're not coming forward. I think they're actually out looking for something else, probably to get you off their mind. But even if it's not that, I do think that they're out looking for something else here, okay? Could be a Scorpio that you're dealing with. I have Scorpio here, and that's the only one, okay? For some of you, yeah. This screams bum to me. Okay, 9 of coins reverse, 5 of coins. Come on. Those of you who know the tarot, this is all bumming. Bumming. Poor me. You know what I mean? That type of mentality. And it very, very strongly overrides any emotional connection. I think this person is much more superficial than they are emotional. Okay. Well, what advice do we have? Advice. Advice. What advice do we have for Cancer and the past person? Advice. Ten of Pentacles. Okay. I don't know what to say about that just yet, honestly, because, man, that was nothing but pentacles and coins in the last person's spread. Some of you, I know this is not all of you, but some of you who do make good money, don't play this game with this person. Don't play that game, okay? I'm not telling you to be greedy. I'm not saying be greedy and be selfish and hoard everything to yourself. But for those of you who make good money and you're dealing with somebody from the past who's a bum, don't feed that manipulative monster, if that makes sense, okay? Let's get 3 shuffles here. 1, 2, and 3. Now, on a side note, those of you who do make good money or who have manifested money, you know that if you're not careful, giving money to the wrong person could do them more damage than it could help them. You know this. You know this. All right. So, yeah, I wouldn't try to come back together with this person right here. I wouldn't. If they reach out, I wouldn't necessarily ignore them. I wouldn't ignore them, but I would definitely stand my ground. I would stand my ground if they try to play any, pity party games with you. Don't fall for that shit. A lot of you, that is one thing that I've noticed that is a Cancerian challenge. Those of you who are actually like, okay, no, I'm getting my life together. I'm going to start walking a more positive path, manifesting better things, experiencing better things. And people know that you got a big old ass heart. Yeah, they know that. And it was not very uncommon for somebody to latch on to you and figure out your emotional triggers and play with them to get what they want out of you. All I got to do is say, poor me, and it'll melt your heart and you'll help me, right? Don't play a game. Don't play that game. Don't play that game. Especially those of you who were on and off with this person for a long time. Time to close this cycle out, y'all. So one or two things. If they reach out, if you think, see, some of you are dealing with, let's see, what do we got here? Aries, but it could be anybody. If you think that you might be a little bit weak to any games that they may play, don't even try to communicate with them. But if you think that you're healing up past this and that won't affect you, okay, don't ignore them, but show them that your foot is planted and you ain't changing your mind. You're not breaking down. You're not going to waver and this and that. Once you show somebody that you have a backbone, yeah, now you're powerful. That very well could be the last conversation you have with this person. That's probably for the better right now. Okay. Now, last but not least, we're going to look at the new person. New person Cancer's dealing with. Okay. If you're not dealing with a new person, this is not your reading. New person, Cancer, February 2021. New person. Okay, damn it, man. 9 of Cups reversed. More emotional codependency energy here. 3 shuffles. 1. That's fine, but when emotional codependence becomes bad, that is when somebody refuses to heal themselves, okay? I mean, it happens. We have our good days, we have our bad days. But if I come together with you for one reason and one reason only, and that's because I'm lonely, that's not good. That's not good, dude. And we see that happen all the time. Okay, all the time. I see a lot of you really studying this person here to try to see if they're a liar. Okay, I see some arguments happening here. I see some arguments happening here because you're studying this person. I do think that this doorway of opportunity is open, and I do see some potential here. But for whatever reason, I see you kind of studying this person and not really 100% sure if you want to take it to the next level because maybe they're not very honest. Okay, maybe they're not being 100% forthcoming as to who they are, what they've been through in the past. That could be. So for a lot of you, this really feels like the energy of, okay, this is my intentions. This is what I want. And then when you don't see it happening that way right away, you get pissed off and accuse them of lying. Okay, that's for some of you. That's not all of you. But yeah, I really see this popping off in conflict right here because something that has to do with dishonesty here. This may not be somebody you can trust. This may not be somebody you can trust. And again, I really do think that it has an awful lot to do with that energy right there. This energy is very indicative of a big empty void in your heart. Okay, when you have that big empty void right there, if you have no idea how to fill it, you'll probably do or say or do anything or blow any smoke up whoever's ass that you have to cover up for what it is that you're trying to do when you're trying to fill that void. So yeah, I do see conflict popping off with this person right here because it looks like either somebody's lying or somebody is being accused of lying. That's what I'm seeing here. It's hard to tell which one it is. Could be a mixture of both, but let's look at the advice here. This will give us a clear picture as to whether or not you should pursue this or maybe just take it slow, or I don't know. Let's see here. What advice do we have for Cancer and the new person? Page of Swords. Okay, 3 shuffles. 1, 2, and 3. Seven of Cups reversed. Ace of Wands reversed. Yes, take it slow. All right. Now, this comes up very frequently. 2 of Cups again. This comes up very frequently. I think a lot of what's going on right here is you all were done wrong in the past. Okay. So I think there's a difference between acknowledging a red flag when it pops up and searching until you find one. It's a big difference. There's a line in the sand there. Okay. And everything is about balance. Fine lines, slippery slopes, and balance. And I think a lot of you may accidentally be projecting fears from something somebody did to you in the past onto a new person. Okay. Right now, at least until you get all that sorted through and until you're 100% confident that you can trust this person, I would just kind of keep it at communication. Keep it at communication right now. We're just talking, getting to know each other. You know, if we do choose to get intimate, that's dangerous. That's a slippery slope. But if you're confident that you can kind of keep a protective shield around your energy, while, you know, that's tough though. That's tough. I'm telling you, that's tough. I wouldn't recommend it. I'm just saying. Right now, just keep it at communication as long as possible until you actually get to learn who this person is as a person. Not as somebody who could possibly destroy you, not as somebody who has emotional power over you, but get to know who they are as a person. And then we'll start looking at the other stuff. But yes, take it slow. Take it slow. Okay. We got a super chat down here. Maria, thank you so much. Greatly appreciate that super chat. And on that note, I feel like the messages my cancers needed to hear have come through. Thank you all so much for tuning in and playing along. Thank you all for the super chats, the likes, the comments, the positive feedback. More to me than I'll ever really be able to express to you here on video, y'all. But don't forget to look in the description of the video for information on how to schedule a personal reading. I'm going to go ahead and get out of here now, guys. Thanks again for tuning in and showing out and showing love. I'll see you sometime between now and the rest of all eternity. Y'all have a good day.